Part 3 of 2nd of August 2024, although we were actually reading from 2014 when I got rudely interrupted by iPhone storage, blipping me off. So I've cleared what I can clear and we don't have a lot left, so this is going to be a very short video, but I want to reach completion. It's driving me mental, people, but on we go, on we go. So I was reading from 2nd of August 2014, and I was commenting on an article about old souls and that I was definitely like that as a child. And I was just in the middle of saying the last sentence, so I'll complete that. This is my playful period after a life of hell. I'm happy to finally be living fully at last. Oh, and Charlie's decided to be playful too. You're going to play with Mama. You're going to play with the Mama. You're going to show the people how you is a playful birdie sometimes. Yes, you is the best birdie in the whole world. Yes, well, because you're my birdie. But there's other best birdies out in the whole world that everyone else is experiencing right now. But you're my girl. You're my beautiful girl. And I'm a very lucky Mama T to have you. And sometimes you're lucky to have me too, Charlie. Because who else would be scratching your ear right now if it wasn't for the Mama? She's got it all pretty good, hasn't she? Except that she plucks her feathers. But apart from that, she's got it all going on. 2nd of August, I love you. Yes, I do. 2nd of August 2013, road trip to Grafton, 7 hours of driving to buy a rabbit for Crystal and her clown. Epic. OMG. It took ages for her to get license approval, and now the quest for the perfect bunny begins. There is no business like show business, and that's how we bought her first bunny, which I actually chose for Crystal because of his beautiful gothic markings and his wonderful temperament. Ramon, the rare Queensland rabbit. Are we right, Charlie? You never got to meet him though, did you, Charlie? Because that was before you came into my life. Yes. But anyway, greatly missed. Both those bunnies are greatly missed. I love you. You're feeling a bit feisty, aren't you? You want to go back in the garden when we finish the video? I think we should. 2nd of August 2011. The mummies and the pappies. One of my mummies is bluffing. One is driving me insane with her envy. One is dead. One never was much of a mummy anyway. That leaves me with only one mummy who is more like a big sister, but who loves me no matter what. I guess it's nice that one of my mummy network is steadfast. I don't really want or need mummies. I'd been trying to cut the frickin' cord all my life, but sometimes it's really nice to realise that all these powerful, beautiful, sophisticated mummies really meant well, at least for part of my development. Only one mother really fucked me up, and well, even that too shall pass away once the wool dispute is settled at last. It could be worse. I could have attracted father figures into my life. Then I'd be dead. After the number on my father and the men who stepped into that role, the paedophile bastards, did on my psyche, I never want to have a relationship with Daddy ever again. Who's your daddy? Laughing out loud. I guess I do look for strong, genuine, patient, calm men after the last 4 psychopaths. I need serenity. I need a good, clean, fresh start. Also, I do need excitement, not drama, chaos, trauma, grief, lies, bullshit, cheating, weak inadequate men who let their friends choose their lovers for them. But the kind of excitement I get when I believe, usually incorrectly, that my man is in love with me. Oh well, who needs a man? I have so much to live for without needing a polar opposite to mirror my individuality and shine it back to me in a derogative way, to denigrate my entire being, to misinterpret my intentions, to make me feel worthless. You're being serenaded by the butcher bird, Charlie. It's a baby one, or perhaps a female. It's a lovely song for the Mama T. It's Sacred Space Titania's realm. Isn't it, Charlie? Who needs a man when you have magic all around you? Oh, I still crave a beautiful man in my life, though. I'm only human. Oh, he's gone. My little chanteur is gone. Oh, Charlie. She's snuggling against my finger. It's quite weird too. You're all feeling smoochy, Charlie. You and the wild birds. Got very important messages to tell me. Shall Mama go dancing tonight? Probably need an afternoon nap first though. Getting a bit tired after making my video. Where was I? Oh yes, to make me feel worthless. And then that beautiful bird came in the middle of all that and sang to us. It's gorgeous. I'm very blessed. I am very, very blessed. Here I write. I am beautiful, talented, awesome, amazing. Just ask my psychiatrist. He'll tell you. And I am so tired of being abandoned and rejected because the men I loved didn't bother to get to know me. They are too bloody weak, too stupid, and too addicted to their own perceived power games. They thought they could use and abuse, and now they are using and abusing someone else, and they think they got one over on me, laughing out loud. Idiots. All they've done is dredge up the same crap with another face. Lessons will be repeated until you finally evolve, people of Earth. That includes me too. It's been a long, hard grinding process of that. Hiding from themselves. I will not feel sorry for them anymore. I deserve a better life than the shits I got. Yeah, I chose them. Well, I thought I chose them. Most of them I didn't choose at all. My mother chose them specifically to aid and abet my destruction. That's how evil and perverted she was, and no doubt is, in whatever echelon of hell she's dancing in right now. Except for one. He had the final chance of redemption, but even him, I'm bored with trying now. Sayonara, sucker. Now, who was that? I wrote this in 2011, probably referring to my ex-boyfriend there, given the time frames. Yes, 2011. And interestingly, that pattern got repeated with Dave, the English dreadlocked nitwit. So another long holding pattern. It took me a lot to get over that. Basically because I could not believe that I had yet again, this time chosen of my own free will, by the way, another fucking misfit and monster. But what can I say? It's some kind of dubbook on the roof, some kind of ancient curse, and I just had to ride it out till it all finally wore itself out. The curse or the hex or the spell or whatever was done to me from birth, by the way. And I was promised by a psychic we're talking 30 years ago, that the one would come into my life in my 60th year, and I would be happy and successful and have a loving partnership for the rest of my life. So let's hope that that's not a delusional fantasy peddled by someone who's just making up fairy stories, and that it actually comes true at long last. Because by the gods, I deserve to have a truly loving partnership, something real and authentic and beautiful and romantic and passionate, someone devoted to me. Could happen. I'm not going to hold my breath given how ragged my breath is these days, but it could happen. Miracles have been known to happen before, like my own merest survival, which is astonishing, just that alone. I guess that took up so much energy though. There wasn't a lot of room left for focusing on love partnerships. Yes, baby girl. Yes, baby girl. Blue, blue, electric blue. That's the colour of Charlie's feathers, where we will live, surrounded by purpley blue, royal blue. My little principessa, aren't you? Mama T is queen of her own sacred space garden, of her own destiny, and Charlie is queen of the birdies, sitting looking very cute, tucked in my hand. Here I write, yeah, I chose them. Well, as I said, I didn't actually choose all of them. I thought I had, but I was manipulated. But I would not choose them again, except for one. Oh yes, I already read that to you. He had the final chance of redemption, but even him I'm bored with trying now. Sayonara, sucker. That's how loyal and loving I am, though. It's my loyalty that sometimes keeps me trapped in a hell loop with men too. I'm going to learn the art of detachment and circumspection and letting go, and not feeling I have to be loyal to people that showed me no loyalty or basic respect or genuine care. Gonna have to master the art of that. Here I write, I just burst my own bubble. Now I can drain freely again, or die. Free-falling emotions, despair, unrequited love, abandonment, rejection, loss, grief, so much grief. When will it end? Losing love is like a window in your heart. Everyone sees the wind blow. Yeah, thanks, Paul Simon. Somehow this is not comforting. I need to blow life back into my heart again without exploding. It's a finely wrought balance, and I'm definitely off key. Fuck. I spent the day on the net looking for shark teeth pendants for my mojo, then got hooked looking at khamsas. Now just got back from a brisk cold walk at dusk so Miss Bella doesn't go insane, and pondering on a much saner day than I had yesterday. Perhaps the distraction with jewellery helped. Yes, keeping myself creative can be very life-affirming and grounding too. Can't it, Charlie? Yes. I've got a couple of projects I need to get into and complete. I know. I have to get in your room and get at my jewellery bench and get busy. 2nd of August 2010. I had a lovely day yesterday. I'm not even going to name it. Right here with my darling, it, and his mother, Sybil, celebrating his 44th birthday, which is really weird because he dumped me like a month later, but he didn't bother to tell me. Was it till October that I realised? I haven't heard from him for 2 months. I think I've been dumped. Had to ring him and go, have you broken up with me, Courtney? You know what he wrote, what he said back? You think? This is how evil and condescending he was. How disrespectful, how cowardly, and how childish. A 5-year relationship. You think I would have deserved to have like the actual conversation of like, oh, by the way, you know, I've broken up with you, or moving on, or I've met someone else, or just be, you know, a normal human being. Can't even call that creature a man, the way it behaved. But to be fair, it was always doped out of its skull, so it wasn't really thinking all that clearly, was it? So no great loss in the broad scheme of things. But by the gods, that was so weird, the whole thing. Anyway, then later in the afternoon, I crashed and burned with sheer exhaustion after a week of sleepless late nights and frenetic activity. Laughing out loud, I knew it was too good to be true. Sybil cooked us a lovely roast luncheon, and we shared a happy day. So that was great. Dunno, it was a long fucking river in Africa. Tanya Le. Oh well, I'd go insane, but you know, they're not worth going insane over, you know. So I'm trying to figure out who I was bemoaning, whining about on even day a year later, because it can't have been Courtney, because he was a long time out of my life. I must have met someone and they'd proved to be another time waster, and I got myself overly upset about it. Anyway, who's your daddy indeed? Who is my daddy? I have daddies and I have mummies that still try to nurture me along and drag me along, sometimes kicking and screaming by my hair. One of them is my psychiatrist, which is a bit peculiar in a way. I love him dearly, he's a wonderful man, but he's only 5 years older than me. And I reject anyone that tries to be a mummy or a daddy to me now. I've learnt that much. Be my own mother, father, sister, authority figure, stand in my own authority. But I'm very grateful for his sweet nurturing and kindness towards me. If I were to have a daddy and allow a father figure in my life, he'd be one that is worthy of that nomenclature, daddy or father, or even man. But he's my psychiatrist, and he's fighting to keep me alive, as he tells me, reminds me regularly. He wants me alive, and he wants me to have my beautiful life at long last. But no more mummies and no more daddies are allowed in my psyche, in my sphere of influence. Be an ally. You can be an ally, you can be a friend, you can be a protector if there's a need for you to protect me. But no more oppressive mummies and daddies who are false and disruptive and fucking dysfunctional. Anyway, thus concludes today's readings of Even Date. It's got split up into 3 videos because of glitches, so that's annoying. I prefer my videos to go in one complete block and flow, but it is what it is. And it's now 2:35 p.m. on Friday, the 2nd of August, and I'm a bit weary now. So I'm going to go and make something for lunch and maybe have a little rest. And by 8 o'clock this evening, as I usually do on a Friday evening, the decision will be made if I feel powerful and vibrant and excited enough to go dancing. And we'll see how I feel later in the evening. So much love to all of you, and wherever you are in the space-time continuum, be happy, be free, be wild, be joyous, stand in your own individual authority with great pride and integrity and nobility. Hold your line, experience the divine, and don't sweat the small stuff, and always and forever, never ever let the bastards grind you down. And by the way, big agape love from Mama T at Sacred Space, Titania's realm, and big agape love from the Charlie too. Yes, Charlie. Say goodbye to the people, Charlie. Say goodbye to the people. Bye for now. Oh, I knew she was going to do that. I knew she was going to do that.